so many companies they prefer computers to storing their data, but how they're going to be storing the data into means it was storing a flat files. So flat files are nothing but simply we can say, so one of the best example is what now, text files. And tell me, okay, text files, can you know that how many people knows that what is the default file of your operating system, guys? Anybody knows? What is the default file of operating system? Come on. Text file, very good. So what is the default file of operating system means? The default file of operating system is called as a text files, and the text file is called as a flat file we called. So this is the best example of a flat file early days when the computers are introducing. So that means that so many companies what they did, their data they're going to be storing under text files with the help of operating systems. Okay now, but still guys, you when they're storing the data into flat files or text files, they have some problems. They face some drawbacks. So what kind of problem they faced in the flat files and text files? Okay, so that we will check out here, and after that how to overcome those files with the help of DBMS software. So that means if you want to understand for your example, if you want to understand, so simply remember guys here, this is called as a before computers. Okay, before computers. Okay, they are using that method. And later from computers, when the computers are introducing, so many people using computers to store their data, and DBMS is called as a software. Okay now, it is called as a software. So these are the things guys here, it will be going to be used by people in the early days and after computers and later after introducing softwares. So here let me see one by one. So what is papers and books? So this is all of you know this guys. Nowadays we are using books and papers, but I don't want to give much explanation on more end papers and books because you all of you know this. Okay, it's not necessary to give a more explanation on this because we all of you know this, because books and papers are storing small amount of data. Okay, data retrieval is very difficult, no security. Okay, large scale data we cannot manage. Yes or no? Manipulation of data is very, very difficult to the people. Yes or no? So these kind of the problems we are facing under books and papers, and especially security problem is there here. Okay now, so that's why these are so many drawbacks are there in this. So to avoiding this, later they introducing, that means that they used what now, computers. When they used computers, they are storing the data under flat files. Okay, so that means in this mechanism we will discuss now because you want to understand. Okay, so I will discuss what is flat file. Okay, so in this method, the people data can be stored in files. Okay, so with the help of OS, operating systems. Okay now, but in this flat files also guys here, the people was going to be facing so many drawbacks they faced in this. Okay, so many drawbacks they faced in this also. Okay, so here instead of advantages, there is no much advantages in the flat files. Okay, but instead of advantages, we faced so many problems. Okay now, so let me see what kind of problems we faced in the flat files, and those problems how to overcome by using of database management systems. Okay now, let me see. So first of all, I'm just discussing here what are the drawbacks or disadvantages of flat files. Okay now, right. So here the major disadvantages we will discuss now. Okay, that observe. The first disadvantage of flat file is called as a data redundancy problem, guys. Here, the first one is called as what now? Data redundancy. Data redundancy is my first problem we are facing with the flat files, and the second one is called as a data inconsistency. We called data inconsistency, and later we're getting a problem of data retrieval. We are getting a problem. Data retrieval, we are getting a problem. So later we have a data integrity problem. Data integrity problem. And next we have the problem of data security problem. We have the problem of what now? Data security. So later we have a problem of data indexing problem. Data indexing. So these are some problems we are going to be faced in the flat files. Okay, along with this, so many problems are there, but major problems we will take out to discuss what is a flat files. Okay, now, so I was taken main problems I was taken here. Okay, now, so one is we call as a redundancy, inconsistency, data retrieval, integrity, database security, and indexing. So these are the major problems we are going to be facing in our files. Okay, na? Right. So here files that I'm selling now, advantage is nothing here. Files advantage is what now? Storing your data into computer. That's it. Okay, na? So advantages is nothing was there. Instead of advantages, we have more drawbacks. So that's why if flat files are having advantage, then why the people are introducing databases? Simple point. Understand now? So that's why instead of advantages, we have more problems are there. Okay, so if 1% advantage means that 99% problems are there, then why should I want to use this? When it was giving 1% advantage to me, then 99 problems are there. Then are you using 99 problems product? Are you using 99 problems product? No, we cannot use it there. Okay, so that is a point here, flat files. So previously papers are there. Papers also advantage is there. Papers, what is advantage? Storage. I can store. But storage is not only my requirement now. Storage is not only my requirement now. Along with the storage, we need some other advantages are required. But here also, more than advantages, more drawbacks are there. Okay, now that's why the people choosing to store some data into computers, because at the time there is no database softwares. First computers are came. After computers, softwares are introducing, right? So at that time they have an alternative choice is what now? Computers. Because at that time, if databases came, then directly they are using databases. Yes sir, no, my point understand. Suppose books and papers, later on, immediately databases are there now, then so many companies are using databases only. But databases not came. When it is came after computers, database softwares are introduced. So when the second thought is what now, those people in early days, okay, computers are there now, so let me see, we store our data into computers. But when they're storing the data into computers, there also some that problem. They're facing some problems. Okay, now instead of advantages, what now? Storage data. Okay, some huge amount of data I can store. Compared to books and papers, somewhat big data I can store it here. But storage is not only my requirement. Where is your security? Where is your redundancy problems? Okay, now so these all are. That's why in flat files also data storage is one advantage. Okay, compared to books and papers, some more and extension data I can store it. But again, here also we have so many drawbacks. So that's why now immediately they introducing what? Databases. Okay, right. So that is my point. Okay. So now here observe. So flat files and text files. So here also, instead of advantages to discuss, it is having more drawbacks in this flat files. Okay, that is the reason what happened. So to overcome this, they are introducing what? DBMS. Okay, now, right. So in this flat files, basically we discuss about what now? Disadvantages. Because if you understand the disadvantages of flat files, then you will be understand, okay, this is the reason the people was introducing database management systems. Because if any new product, when I want to introduce in the market, what is the reason, guys? Tell me, guys. If we want to introduce a product in the market, then what is the reason to introducing new product? Which purpose are you introducing new product? Yes, of course. When the new product is coming into market, it means that the related existing product is having some problems. The related existing product is having some drawbacks. Yes or no? So to avoiding those things here, okay now. So here what happened, the people are using what now? Okay, databases. So one or two advantages are there, but one or two advantages purpose, here hundreds of drawbacks are you missing now? That is what. Okay. So now flat files. So flat files, what is the main problems in this guys here? Okay. Now, so one is redundancy is one of the biggest problem in flat file. Okay. And next, inconsistency, retrieval, integrity, security, indexing. These are all the very, very, very biggest problems in your flat file. Suppose these problems you have and you store your data, there is a no useful. There is no use of storing the data when you have these many problems. My point, understand now? Right. So let me see guys here. Sir, what is redundancy, sir? What is inconsistency? What is integrity? Okay, what is indexing? And how it was providing security? What is a data retrieval? So one by one explanation I will give it here. And once you have a good idea on these drawbacks, then immediately you can understand that what is the use of database management systems and why the people was introducing. What is the advantage of DBMS? Okay now. And DBMS again, how many ways it was classified. So that is our background to learning. Okay now? Right. Let me come out. The first one is called as a redundancy. So in flat files, one of the major drawback is what now guys here, redundancy is one of the biggest problem the people was faced. Okay, in early days, when they're using computers, okay, so what they faced, one of the biggest problem is redundancy problems, sir, they faced very, very too much. Okay, now, so here redundancy means what, sir? It means that duplicated data. Okay, redundancy is nothing but what, sir? Duplicated data. So that means in computers, one of the drawback is what now? Same information. Okay, same information can store in multiple files, guys. Yeah, this is one of the biggest problem. Okay, now same information I am storing in multiple files. Okay, now so whenever user is come and use your computer, you can store same information into computer number of times, and it will be accepting. And your computer is not telling like this, sorry, this data already existing in computer, so please check it. So the kind of validations, that kind of alerts messages are not giving by computer. Yes or no? So how many times you want to store your data into files, okay, that many times your data can be stored. Okay, so let me see one practical example I will show you in front of you. Okay, this is my computer, guys. Okay, now, so let me create a one flat file I'm creating. This flat file name is, I'm saying here, for example, file 1, suppose. So this is my flat file I was created, and I was given some name of this file, file 1. And when I just open this file, okay, fine, the file is open, but nothing was there. Like you see, I want to store some information. So when I'm storing some information of my employees, for example, I have a company. In my company, some employees are working. Okay, now, so now those employees' data I want to store. But at this moment, I don't have a databases. I have only the way computers are there in the market. Okay, so I'm using computers. Okay, fine. I purchased one computer for my company and I use this computer. But there is no database softwares in the market, yes or no? In those days, what it was happen? Okay, yes. So now I want to store. How I can store my employees? So employee ID. Some space I'm giving employee name, some space I'm giving employee designation, okay now, employee salary, employee date of join, for example. Okay, so age, etc., address, etc., you can take. Okay now, that's fine. Okay, and employee, the next very important to me, what is that? Gender. What is that? Gender. Okay, so this is what I'm going to store. So I'm going to storing now. Suppose, okay, this is our flat file. So whatever you required, so that I want to give it like this here. Okay, now, right. Let you come. Employee ID 1021. His name is Smith, for example. His designation is a manager. Okay, so his salary was, for example, I was given here 24,000 rupees. Okay, now at this moment I'm telling. Okay, so after that we have some date of join. Okay, so we have some date of join. Okay, let me see the date of join 0 dash some 05 dash. Okay, some 1984 something. Okay, now so and he was gender. Okay, so the gender also I'm taking. Yes, suppose gender is a male. Okay, he was a male. Now another one is 1022. So name is Ellen. She is a HR. Okay, she is a HR. Okay, so his salary was 18,000 rupees and joined 24 dash some 11 dash. Okay, so 1986 something, and she was a female. Okay, now like 1023, the name is Jones. So he was a senior programmer. Okay, for example. Okay, now so his salary was 32 or otherwise 21,000. Okay, so date was for example 18 dash. Okay, 06 dash. Okay, so 1985. So male. Okay, 1024. Okay, so name was Ward. So he is a junior programmer. Okay, so salary was 15,000 rupees. Okay, he joined in the date of like 25th dash. Okay, 04 dash in 88, and he was a male. So like this guys here. So in my company, how many employees are working? That employees information I store like this. That means I'm maintaining like this. Okay, now let you see. So after this, I just go to save this file. So my file data successfully saved here. So whatever the data I save here, that was happening, and I just close, and I just go to, okay, I'm just closing my computer. Happily, I stored my data. Okay, now, so next, after some time, or the otherwise next day, one more person came into this system. One more person, not myself, one more employee or one more person is came to this system, and that person also trying to store some information into this computer. Okay, now, so that person also created one text file or flat file. Okay, so he was given the file name is EMP file name is given. So what the second person also going to do? He is also storing the same employee's information. He is also storing, and he is entering all the details, and he set file and say okay, and he is also close. So now what happened? Two flat files are created by people and storing. But now after that, if I come to open this file, okay, I want to come to open this file, and the next one is also, I'm just open. Okay, another file is also open. So now we can see guys here what it was happening, guys. Can you tell me what it was happening? The same information are you storing under two files? So it means same data are you storing into multi-file files? Same information are you storing into multiple files? Yes or no? Tell me. In front of you, practically I'm showing. Is it right or wrong? Okay now? So it was happening now? Are you storing now? Your same data, how many times are you storing? 2 times are you storing. 2 times are you storing. Okay? So now you carefully observe. So can I say guys here, the same information when I'm storing number of times means, can I say it is a duplicate data? Can I say it is a duplicate information? Yes, of course. Yes, of course we can say it's a duplicate data. Yes or no? Now tell me, the same data, if I want to store into one more file, can I store it? Can I store it, one more file? Yes, of course. Like this, you can create any number of flat files and same information you can store into number of flat files. Okay, now you can store and store and store. But what happened, guys, here? It is accepted. But your computer is not telling to now. Sorry, this data already existing in your computer, so please check it. the kind of any alerts, any message is coming to me, computer is giving to you? No. So this is one of the biggest problem the people was faced here. Okay, now here one more problem is there. When duplicates are accepted, duplicates are we are storing into computer, then automatically your memory also waste now. Tell me guys, your memory also waste or not? For example, this file, okay, this file how much it was taking? Suppose, for example, this file size is, let you go see property, 278 bytes was taken. 278 bytes was taken, and here, so here it will come out and see this file is also 278. So 278 plus 278, total how many bytes? Almost 500 plus bytes are we are occupied. But here unnecessarily you occupied 278 bytes extra now. Is it any useful for you? No. Then why are you wasting your memory? The 278 bytes memory, why are you wasting? So here the problem is what now guys here, when redundancy was increases, when duplicates are increases, when duplicate data will be stored again and again, repeatedly, then not only duplicate problem, even though memory problem also we are facing. Okay now? So this is the first problem in a flat files the people will be identified. But how to overcome, they don't know. The solution was not given by people. Problem is identified, but there is no solution here. Okay now? So this is one problem. What is inconsistency? Second one. Let you come out. See, everything I'm showing practically guys, because you can easily understand the concept. Okay, let's see. So inconsistency. Here what is mean by inconsistency? Inconsistency means inaccurate. Data is not accuracy. Data is called as a mismatching. Data is called as a what we can confusion. Okay now. So data, that means inconsistency means confusion of data. Okay, otherwise you can say irregular data. Okay, otherwise you can say not a accuracy, not a accurate. So this kind of problems also we are facing in the flat file. Okay now, for example, see, practically I'm showing now. So one of this person is came, he was open one file one. Okay, he was open one file one. So in this gender column is there. In gender column, the person is doing some modification, some manipulation he was doing. So manipulations are directly happening here. Let you see, I'm directly come to your computer to open your file and I'm just manipulated here. Okay, male to female I was given. Male to female I was given, that means manipulation I done. It is a wrong manipulation I'm doing here. Okay, and finally after manipulation of data, I'm just saving this. Okay, I'm just saving this and I just close here. Yes, okay. So that means, okay, then what I did here, somebody came, they opened my laptop, they opened my file, and they can go to manipulating my data. Manipulate means what now? Modifications. He was doing some modification on my existing data. So, okay, modification is done, successfully saved and came outside. Next day, I am coming here. I am coming to open this file. Okay, next day I am coming to open this file. This file is open. I am seeing that information. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, when we have a duplicates now, okay, when there is a no duplicate, then maybe I don't confuse here. Maybe I don't confuse when there is a no duplicate data. But actually the problem is what now? I just open one more file. Unfortunately, in this file also having same data. In this file is also having same data. But here observe guys here, in my first file, this person Jones, he was showing as a female. But in the same person Jones, in the another file, in second file, the same employee showing as a male. So now tell me, which is correct? This person is a male or female? So confusion is there now? Confusion is there now? Yes, because we don't know. We are confused. Oh, maybe he's a female or male or female or female, male or that confusion is occurred, guys. In this confusion, I can't give a clarity. That is called a not accuracy. I'm not giving accurate information. Okay, I'm not giving to my manager. My manager is asking, what happened here? Jones is showing his one file is a female, in one file is a male. So what is exactly meaning? So I can't give accuracy because I'm confused here. Okay, now this is called as a not accuracy data, confusion data, irregular of data. That's the problem. Suppose sometime is come out. One more person came. He was changing. The salary was what we can say 14,000. Okay, he changed here. One more manipulation he did. So here, what's the person Smith? Smith person salary 14,000 in one file, but the same employee Smith manager he was showing 24,000. So now tell me, guys, here 24,000 is the correct answer or 14,000 is the correct answer of Smith employee? Again confusion. Again confusion because I can't say now. 24,000. How I can decide? How I can decide 24,000 salary? Because in one file the same employee salary is showing 14,000. In another file 24. So which is my accuracy? So there is no accuracy here also. Okay now. So this kind of data manipulations can be happening in the flat files. So anybody can come, anybody can open, anybody can do anything. There is no restrictions here. There is no conditions here. As their wish, they can change female to male, male to female, whatever you wanted, you can change. Okay now, so this kind of problems also, so many people are facing in the flat files. Okay now, so this is what we called as a inconsistency problem we called. Okay, right. And the next one is what now? Data retrieval now. So data retrieval. So what is the data retrieval, sir? Data retrieval means retrieving the data. Okay, suppose data retrieval means what now? Retrieving. Okay, retrieving the required data or information, okay, from a file is very difficult to users. Okay, so a retrieval data is also very difficult to users. Why, sir? Why means whenever you want to read the data or retrieve the data, okay, so whenever we read data from file, then we develop an application. Okay, develop an application program by using some languages. That's called as by using C and C++ languages. Okay now, so data retrieval purpose, the users, they are going to be developing one application program by using of at that moment C++ languages through. Okay, they are going to be reading their data, their necessary data from the files. So this is highly complicated and very highly complex to the users in real time in their companies to read the data from files. Okay now, so I hope that you understand, guys, here. One of the concepts are there, like anybody listening these concepts? File handling concepts, anybody listen? And in the latest Java also there, this concept. In Java also you have a file handling concepts. Can you remember anybody? IO streams, very good. In the file handling concept in C language, C++, Java, .NET, whatever it is, okay, we are using like IO streams. Can you remember IO streams? Input streams, output streams, reader, writer. Okay, so these kind of methods we are using to reading the data from your files. So this is not a small thing. We need to develop one programming code. Okay, so that is also highly difficult here. But nowadays, when I'm using database here, See, observe. Suppose this is a file. Okay, now this is a file. So, user, whenever you want to retrieval or else storing or retrieval data from a file, from a specially flat file, then he need to write some C language program, C++, or present nowadays you can use Java, .NET also. You can write some programming code you have to write. But the same user, okay, now their data was in the database now. Where it is now? Instead of file. This is file. Remember, carefully observe. This is file. And this is database now. This is database now. Okay, now? Suppose your data in database is there. Now this user want to retrieve data from database. Then they don't want to write a C program, C++, Java, .NET. These are not necessary. They are writing simply what, guys, here? SQL language query. What is our SQL language query? Simply they are writing select star from so and so table. Over. See, by using of SQL language, a simple query I am writing to retrieve the data. But here we need to develop a program. Now tell me, which one is easy for users, guys, here? Which one is user friendly? Files are user friendly or databases are user friendly? Come on, guys. Which one is user friendly? File databases are user friendly. So database, see, in database I don't want it C knowledge, C++, Java coding, I don't want it. Simply SQL query I'm using, select a star from table. So whatever, which data you want the table, immediately within fraction of second, you are fetching your data from database to your application, your front-end application, your client application, without writing and developing my program. Okay, now, so this is also one of the biggest problem to data retrieval purpose the people was going to be facing here. And the next one is called as a data integrity problem. So what is data integrity, sir? Data integrity is nothing but, guys, here to validate data. Okay, to validate data, either what you want to say, it is a valid or invalid, so that I need to check it out. Data integrity, okay, mechanism is telling us validating of your data. Okay, so data is right or wrong. For example, let you see, in this only I will tell you. Suppose, let you come out, guys, here. Here, one more, suppose I just avoid this. Okay, so one more column I will take it here. Suppose mobile numbers I have to store. So first employee mobile number he was given, his number I am storing. Okay, that's fine, accept, I can store it. One more employee number he was given. So here also nothing problem. One more employee was given. Here also nothing problem. One more employee is given. Okay, so it is also. So here observe, guys, here. Suppose employee mobile numbers I store. And we all of you know this, guys, here. Employee mobile numbers, generally mobile numbers are how many number of digits? 10 number of digits. Okay, for example, if I inserted here 11, 12, 13, I inserted. After inserting 11, 12, 13, 13 digits of mobile number I entered, and this file I saved here. So successfully this mobile number is saved in your flat file. Yes or no? Is it successfully saved or not? Yes, saved. But tell me, guys, here, this number is the valid or invalid? Invalid. So here the problem is invalid data also accepting into your flat files. Yes or no? Yes or no? So that means the user either fortunate or unfortunate. The user either fortunate or unfortunate, he was inserting some data into flat file, the data immediately accepted. But the data is right or wrong, is it valid or invalid, that kind of verification is going to be happened here. Is going to be happening here? No, never. Nothing was verified, even though my operating system also not verified my data. Directly 13 digits of mobile number is accepting and storing by your operating system, but it is not checking whether this number is right or wrong. So this kind of problems also we faced here. That is called the integrity problems. That is a data validations also not possible here. Okay, now that is a part of data integrity we call, guys. Okay, that is a part of data integrity. And later two more is there, data security and data indexing. So these two problems also we are facing in the flat files. So flat files are not a much security, and flat files are not supporting indexing also. So what is security and what is indexing? So these two futures we will discuss in tomorrow's session, guys. Okay, so actually today I'm not well, okay, but still you are a new batch now, that's why I came to take a class. Okay, my health also a little bit I'm suffering with the fever. Okay, but anyway, just I came to you. I don't want to disappoint you guys, that's why I came, and I'm taking 1 hour class. Okay, so I hope that you understand, and these two things, sir, we will discuss in the tomorrow session. Okay, now? Right, guys. Thank you so much. And of course, now you have any doubts are there in this session, and yesterday's session also doubts are there. Yeah, you can ask me doubts. Okay, I will be there here. Okay, I will interact with you. Okay, na? Right, guys. So first I will give it the chance for what message chat box I'm giving. Later I will give a mic also. Okay.